welcome. Happy New Year. My name is Craig, and I'll be facilitating this Qigong practice. And I'll start to practice in a couple of minutes. Let people get settled in. For a quick little background on this practice that I'll be doing. This is Qigong, Qi Gong, an ancient Chinese energy mindfulness movement practice. It's been practiced for hundreds, thousands of years. It's a way to increase your energy, reduce stress, a way to engage in mindfulness and movement through flows, through gentle exercise. And this practice will be for about 60 minutes, but there will be time for pauses to check in, to engage and connect with yourself and the present moment. So I'll begin the class in just a moment. Thank you for checking this out. Whenever you check this out, I know this will be replayed. And for a breakdown of what's going to happen with this class, what's the layout? So for the first 5 to 10 minutes, do the introduction, and then we transition into aligning the three treasures. The three treasures being body, breath, and mind. And with aligning the three treasures, we're just checking in with ourselves. Checking in with our body, breath, and mind to get the most out of our Qigong practice. As a side note, I mentioned that even though I'm standing, Qigong can be done seated or even laying down. Most of the movements, practices I'm doing for this class can be modified to be done in a variety of positions. And so after we do the aligning the three treasures, we move into the 5 standard Valley Qigong practice movements. These are the movements I do for every class. That takes us to about the halfway point. It takes about 20-25 minutes. So at the halfway mark, we move to the second half of class. And the second half of class is going to consist of some stretching, some tapping, and then we move into some flowing movements that are based on water, winter, stuff that connect with nature in this present moment. So that's the class. As always, this is your practice. This can be done for self-care. So even though I'm doing these movements, take care of yourself. Go at your own pace and speed. Listen to yourself. Take breaks. Pause. That is the key thing about this practice. So I'm going to begin aligning the three treasures. Thanks for checking out this class. And to begin aligning the three treasures, we're going to start with aligning the body. So let's take time to just notice ourselves and our environment. How do we fit in it? Make sure you have enough space for yourself. For this Qigong class, you just want to be in some loose, comfortable clothing. Moving the arms out, above, back, front, wherever is comfortable for you. And just checking in. How does this space feel and work for you? Again, making sure you have enough space for yourself. If you need any water nearby, what would be most comfortable for you? If you like, if you're standing, you can bring your feet together, noticing how that feels. Noticing how it feels to connect to the ground in this moment. Noticing how the texture of the ground feels. And no worries if you cannot feel anything, just doing practices that allow us to connect with the present moment. When we're in the present, that's when we have our most agency and most power. So let's move into aligning the rest of the body. If you'd like, you can shift weight into the right foot, step out with the left foot. Feet are now shoulder width apart. And let's check back in with the feet. Feet are flat on the ground. The weight can be equally distributed between both feet. Noticing how that feels. And let's check in with the knees. Knees are soft. If you'd like, you can lock, then gently unlock the knees. Knees have a soft bend. Check in with the pelvis. So the pubic bone is going to be tilted up, so the tailbone is tucked underneath the spine. This lengthens, straightens out the lower back. And let's check in with the arms. Arms just hanging down loose at the sides. Hands are soft. Fingers can be spread apart. Palms can be facing towards the body. And let's take some time to do some gestures to release tension in the neck, the shoulders, and the wrists. I'm actually going to start off with the shoulders. You're welcome to do any exercises to release tension in these areas that feel good for you, or you could follow along. As always, please do what feels best for yourself. Follow your intuition, your own guidance. So I'm going to start off with doing some shoulder shrugs. So I'm going to inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, let the shoulders drop. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, release. 1 more time. Inhale. All right. Let's take some time to check in with the neck. Let's just look over to the right. Then look over to the left. Then face forward, looking straight ahead. And let's allow the chin to drop, gazing downward. Lift the chin up, looking up. Bring the head back to center, looking straight forward. Let's take some time to do some neck rotations. This is where you can do circles with the nose. So let's allow the chin to drop again. Just doing some circles with the nose, doing 2 rotations in one direction. Then 2 in the other, reversing the circle. When you're all set, bring the head over the spine. Noticing how you feel in this moment. We're going to finish aligning the body. So with the head over the spine, check in with your brow and your jaw. We tend to carry a lot of tension in those areas. And let's imagine there's a string coming down from the side, connecting to the top of your head. It pulls you upright. You're just soft and hanging from that string, like a puppet. Let's check in with the eyes. The eyes soft. Eyes can be at a half gaze, whatever feels comfortable for you. Check in with the mouth. Mouth is relaxed. Tongue can be resting at the roof of the mouth, and the tip of the tongue can be touching the back of 2 front teeth. So now that we've aligned the body, let's move into aligning the breath. So in Qigong, breath is important. Breath is connection to life. And in this practice, we do a type of breathing called Dantian breathing, but you're welcome to do spontaneous natural breathing. I'll give a quick demonstration of Dantian breathing, also known as belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. So I'll just bring the left hand to the abdomen. As you take in an inhale, a deep breath, the lungs fill with air and the abdomen expands. And as you exhale, the lungs empty and the abdomen softens. Demonstrate 1 more time. Inhale, lungs fill with air, navel moves away from the spine as the abdomen fills. Exhale, lungs empty, abdomen softens, navel moves towards the spine. So that type of breathing can help us connect with our parasympathetic nervous system, which allows us to relax, heal, become more centered and grounded. And lastly, we're going to align the mind. The mind is a key component to Qigong. It's very important where your focus and attention is. So let's set an intention to have our attention be in this present moment. And there's different ways we can bring our mind and our attention to the present moment. We can track our movement. We can come back to our environment, whether that's an external environment, checking in with our senses, or our internal environment, checking in with what's happening inside of ourselves. Again, do what feels comfortable for you. We all have different backgrounds and different different capacities. So do what works for you. So let's set an intention just to be here, to come back to here. Even if we find ourselves ruminating and thinking, let's come back to the movements, come back to the energy happening in this moment. So let's begin. Let's start off with the first movement. It's called full body breathing. So with the arms hanging down by the sides, we're going to inhale the hands up towards the sky. We're going to exhale the hands down and out by the sides. We start a movement, inhale hands up towards the sky. Exhale hands down and out by the sides. Going at your own pace and speed. Let's do this 3 more times in this direction. And then we will reverse the movement. So noticing what you feel, noticing connection to earth. I'm going to do 1 more repetition in this direction. And I'm going to reverse the movement. I will now have my hands inhale up by the sides and exhale down in front of the body. So inhale, the hands up by the sides. Exhale the hands down in front of the body. Again, go at your own pace, noticing what feels good for you. Let's do 3 more repetitions for this movement. If it feels good for you, you can see how it feels to extend the exhale. But as always, do what feels good for you. Whatever allows you to be supported and connected in this moment. You can do 1 more repetition. And we'll transfer to the next gesture. But before we do, let's take a brief pause. Allow the hands and arms to just hang down by the sides. Just noticing what you feel. If you like, you can wiggle your fingers, even wiggle your toes. And let's transition to the next gesture. Let's put our hands, palms facing upwards, in front of the dantian, the lower abdomen. A little space in between the hands. Noticing what feels good. And let's begin the next gesture. We're going to inhale the hands up to heart height. When the hands make the heart. Flip the hands over, palms face down, exhale. Allow the hands to float down. Back towards the waist, the dantian. Restart your movement, palms face up, inhale. Exhale. Restart, inhale. Exhale. Noticing what you sense, noticing what you feel, noticing where your attention is right now. So any way you want to modify this movement so it's more supportive, allows for an easier flow. Qigong is not about straining or pain, it's about healing and relaxation, connecting with the present moment, listening to yourself. Let's do 3 more repetitions. This will be my final repetition. And to transition to the next movement, we're actually going to inhale the hands back up to the heart. But this time, we're going to have the fingers point towards the sky. Palms are facing each other. Imagining that you're holding a ball in your hands. And noticing how that feels. Noticing what comes to you in your mind's eye, if that's available to you. Again, just doing things that allow us to connect to the present moment. And let's transition to the next gesture. We're going to extend the hands out in front of the chest. Palms are still facing each other. Fingers can point a little bit more away from the body. And let's begin. We're going to inhale, open the hands out and apart. And you can gaze upwards. And exhale, looking forward. Bring the hands close together but not touching. Restart the movement. Inhale, open up. Feel the stretch in the chest. Gaze upwards. Exhale, looking forward. Bring the hands back close together. Not touching. Going at your own rhythm. Allowing this flow. Noticing if you feel anything between your hands. As you bring them close together, pull them apart. Noticing your connection to the earth. And again, noticing your connection to your internal and external environment, however that shows up for you. Let's do 3 more repetitions of this movement. I'm going to do 1 more repetition of mine. Inhale, open up, feel the stretch in the chest. Exhale, allow the hands flow back to the center, come in front of the chest. Noticing how that feels. For a brief moment, just going to pause. Imagine you're holding a ball between the hands. And let's see how it feels to play with that ball. So we can transition into intuitive movement. So how would you like to move that ball? What would feel good? How would you like to play, move, connect with the ball in this moment? Let's just take some time to explore that. So you could be rotating the ball like I am. Maybe moving up and down, all around. I'll actually come back to this later in the class in a more simple way, but what would feel good for you? And let's bring this moment of play and intuitive movement to a close. We're going to return to that restarting position. The hands extended out in front of the chest, palms facing each other. We're going to transition to the next movement, which will allow us to be in flowing motion. So we're going to turn the palms. The hands are facing towards the chest, fingers are pointing toward each other. We're going to inhale, draw in the hands towards the chest. We're going to exhale, allow the hands to trace down in front of the torso. And we're going to swivel the hands around so the palms will turn up. We're going to inhale, draw the hands up to shoulder height, flip the hands, palms face down, allow the hands to flow down. And arms can flow past the body. Restart the movement. Inhale, draw hands up, palms face up. Exhale, allow the hands flow down as the palms face down. Notice how this movement feels for you. Again, making modifications, altering it so it serves you. reasons for this particular movement. We'll go through a few of them. As always, stick with what you connect with. It allows you to flow. It allows you to feel supported. What feels good? So I'll transition to the first variation, which will be shifting the weight on the bottom of the feet, front to back, back to front. So as you inhale the hands up, it shift the weight to the front of the foot or feet. As you exhale, let the hands flow down, shifting the weight to the back of each foot. So as you inhale, draw the hands up. Weight is more in the heels, the ball of the feet. And as you exhale, the hands flow down, weight is more in the heels. So inhale, weight is in the front of the foot. Exhale, weight is in the back of the foot. So it's like giving your feet foot massage. Noticing what you're connecting with. Now, if you want to make this more of a balanced practice, this is optional. As you inhale the hands up and shift the weight to the front of the foot, you can lift up the heels. As you exhale, let the hands flow down, drop the heels, and shift the weight into the heels, and you can lift up the toes. So inhale, the heels lift, weight is into all the feet, toes. Exhale, weight is into the heels as you lift the toes. I'll do that 2 more times on my end. And let's transition to the next movement, which allows us to bring our feet together and step them apart. So we inhale, hands up. Let's bring the left foot to the right. Exhale, step it out apart. And we'll alternate. As you inhale the hands up, bring the right to the left. Exhale, step the feet apart. I'll continue to alternate. And with this variation, you can incorporate lots of other variations. For example, as you're stepping the feet apart, maybe you want to sink down. As you bring the feet together, maybe you want to rise up. So the option is to make this a balanced practice. So as you're bringing the foot in, maybe most of the weight is in one foot. Maybe step both feet apart. And you do that balanced practice for the opposite foot. Maybe the balanced practice looks by lifting up the leg and stepping the feet apart, doing the other leg. Again, this is all optional. Do what suits you. Another option for the balance practice is to do like a tree pose. I get this from Qigong teacher Kapil, who also happens to be a yoga teacher too, so he just combines the two. And if you stumble, that's okay. It's just practice. I'll actually just do one more tree flow on my end. And let's return to that starting flow. Keep both feet planted on the ground. Just inhale, hands up to shoulder height. Foot palms over, exhale. Hands flow back down. Let's do 3 more of these. And when you're doing your final repetition of flowing motion, just allow your hands to just hang. We're going to transition to shaking. Just a brief moment, but just noticing how you feel right now. Checking in with your feet, checking in with your shoulders, checking in with your head, your face. Is it available to you? Checking internally, checking in with energy, your breath. Just noticing how you feel. And let's move into shaking. You can jump right into shaking if that feels good. I'll start a little bit slower on my end. Start wriggling the fingers, wriggling the hands, and letting it go into my arms, my head, torso, hips, legs, feet. I'll step back a little bit. Shaking can be something like that, really gently and light. It can be more intense. Maybe you're pumping the heels or even jumping up and down. Whatever you have available to yourself. Just do this shaking practice for a few moments. Shaking is just a great way to release energy. It can also help generate energy. But this is just a natural practice. The animals are stressed out, they shake. This helps release energy. And one thing that goes well with the shaking practice, and you're welcome to participate in it, is balloon breaths. Releasing breath and or sound along with the shaking. We'll do 3 balloon breaths with this shaking practice. So when I say inhale, take a deep breath. On the exhale, let out whatever feels good. Could be any sound that feels good, or a yawn, a sigh, or just the breath. As I mentioned before, we'll do 3 balloon breaths. So inhale. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. And 1 more. Inhale. All right, let's finish off this shaking practice. Let's bring the hands out to the sides. Bring the hands overhead, reaching up towards the sky. Let's bring the hands out in front of the body. Bring the hands behind the body. Let's bring the hands out to the sides, fingers pointed down, connecting to the ground. And if it's available to you, you can add a little bend in the knees and the hips, get close to the ground. And just turning back. Starting position, and for the next 3 seconds, shake however you'd like to shake. Maybe you'd like to engage in a high vibration shake, or just something really slow and gentle, just to end and exit the practice. Do what feels good for you, and shaking for a few minutes. I'm going to just let this shaking become more gentle. And then if it's available to you, you can come to stillness. Noticing what you sense, noticing what you feel. But if stillness is not available to you, you can sway from side to side or rock back and forth. We're just going to take a pause. Pause of any flows and just connect of yourself in this moment, just noticing what you sense with yourself. So just taking a moment to just pause and just be. We'll do this for another minute. Yeah, just taking this opportunity to just notice and be. Not worried about doing anything. Just allowing yourself to be as you are in this moment. Do this for another 10 seconds. All right. So we have pretty much made it to the second half of class. We'll do some stretching, exercises, some tapping, and then we'll do some flows based on water, winter, and some beer and kidney stuff. There we go. So that's will be the second half class. Let's start with some gestures, exercises to warm the spine, warm the joints. I realize I didn't do any of the wrist joints earlier, so we'll get to that. So yeah, let's take an opportunity to warm up the spine. Popular and standard Qigong exercise to warm up the spine is knocking on temple gong, also known as knocking on the door of life, also known as swinging arms. So we're just going to begin turning at the waist. Movement comes from the core. And if it's available to you, you can allow the arms to knock against the bottom. It's the front arm, knocks against the lower abdomen, back of the arm, knocks against the lower back and the kidneys. I'll get a little bit closer. This is a great gesture for warming up the spine, connecting with the kidneys. So we'll do this for just 10 more seconds. And then we'll allow the hands to just float off the body. And this is where we just tap the body. So it is floating off, still turning. And let's just imagine our hands are oars or cups, and we're just moving through a stream. And we just begin to slow down. This exercise is now turned into waterways. You see how it would feel to move your hands through a stream, a current. What would that feel like? What would you sense? Well, let's just begin to slow down. We'll just end this gesture and return to the center. Allow the hands to just hang down by the sides. Let's do another gesture to warm up the spine. Let's do spinal cord breathing. So we're going to bring the hands out and make like cactus arms. Palms are open. What we're going to do is make soft fists. Bring the forearms close together. Round the upper back. Bring the chin to chest. Tailbone tucks into the spine. Then inhale, open up. Arms open up, palms open up. You can gaze upward. Open up the chest. Arch the upper back. Now exhale. Bring the forearms close together. Round the upper back. So inhale, open. Exhale. Forearms together. Round the back. This gesture opens up the spine, front to back. Again, being mindful, taking care of yourself as you do this gesture. I'll do 2 more repetitions at my end. So inhale, open up. Round your back. Exhale. Tuck in. One last time. Inhale, open up. Arch your back. Exhale. Round your back. Tailbone tucks into the spine. Let's just open up one last time. And we'll send the hands outwards to allow them to flow down. All right. Let's take an opportunity to stretch from side to side. One way to do that is to do some side bends. And so we'll just do a simple version of that. Let's allow the left hand to flow up towards the sky, fingers pointing up. You know, you could do a little stretch up. And now what we're going to do is let that left hand soften. And we're just going to allow it flow to the right side and just tilt. And feel that stretch as the left hand flows to the right side. Feel the stretch on the left side. Let's return that left hand up. Allow it to flow down. We'll do the other side. Just allow the right hand to flow up towards the sky. Feel a little stretch if you like. Allow it to soften and tilt. Allow the right hand to tilt over to the left side. Feel the stretch on the right side of the body. Again, stretching to what feels good for you. Then return upright and allow the right hand to flow down. Let's do this 2 more times. 1 more pass for each hand. So left hand comes up, feel the stretch on the right side. The left side. And the right hand comes up. Tilts towards the left side as you feel the stretch on the right side. All right. Let's do some rotations in the wrists and in the hips. So there's a couple ways to do it. I'll do both ways. It'll be quick. So you can just rotate the wrist like this. That is available too. Let's do 5 in one direction, then reverse it. 5 in the other direction. Another option is just holding your hands out, just making circles with the wrist. 5 in one direction. 5 in the other direction. Allowing the hands to flow down. Let's bring our hands to the waist. Thumbs can go against the lower back. Let's do some hip rotations. Again, being kind of gentle for yourself. Start off, hips going out to the right, out in front, to the left, and out to the back. We'll do 3 rotations in one direction, and then 3 reversing it. And 1 more rotation. I went this direction. Now I'm going to reverse it, go the other way. We'll do 1 more rotation in this direction. And let's bring the hips to the center. Weight is equally distributed between both feet. Noticing how you feel. We have been warmed up. Let's do some tapping. This will be a shorter tapping sequence. So we'll tap the chest, the arms, circle the abdomen, tapped the lower back, So yeah, let's just begin tapping the chest. You can make soft fists or whatever feels good. Checking in with the chest, noticing how this feels. And for options, alternatives for tapping, you can do tracing or massaging. All right, let's begin tapping down the neck and arms. So we're gonna extend the right hand out, start top of the neck. So we're gonna tap down the inner arm with the right hand, tap up the outer arm. We're gonna do this 2 more times for a total of 3 times. All right, let's move to the left side. Starting from the neck, shoulder, tapping down the inner arm of the left arm, tapping up the outer arm. Let's do this 2 more times. I'll do 1 more time. All right. Let's take an opportunity to bring our hands to the abdomen. If you'd like, you can lock your thumbs and just do some circles over the abdomen. Let's do 5 circles in one direction. And then reverse it. This could also be tapping, whatever feels good for you. All right, let's move into tapping the lower back, down the legs, and then up the legs. So we're gonna begin making soft fists, or just using your hands in a way that feels comfortable for you. Just tapping the lower back, the kidneys. And when it's ready and available for you, then begin tapping down the legs, the back of the legs, tapping top the front of the feet, and tapping up the inner legs. And we're going to do this 2 more times for a total of 3 times. All right. And one more thing we'll do is we're going to tap down the side of the legs and tap up the front of the legs for a total of 3 times. Starting about waist hips, tap down the side of the legs, tap up the front of the legs. All right, and last tapping we'll be doing is just gently tapping top of the head. And this can take many forms. One of the forms I like to take is just imagine that the hands or the fingers are raindrops. This is gently tapping all over the head. But again, do what feels comfortable and good for you. It could be massaging, could be tracing over the head. All right, when you're all set, just allow your hands to flow down, noticing what you feel. If you like, you bring your hands to the chest. You allow the hands to form prayer hands and the knuckles to connect with the chest or even the heart. And if you like, you're taking a deep breath and then sigh. So inhale. All right, allow the hands to flow down. We're going to transition to the flowing portion of the second half of the class. These gestures and exercises will be based on winter, water, the bear, things that are taking place in my present environment, seeing that today is January 4th. All right, so let's start off with a movement based on water and a gesture I like to do for this water practice is just starting off with the fountain. I believe I did this last class. I like starting here. And to do the fountain, we're going to start off with the hands about waist lower down to hand height. Back of the hands are facing each other. We're going to inhale, draw the hands up. On the exhale, hands flow out and around. So inhale, hands circle back in, back of the hands face each other. Exhale, hands separate, palms flow out. So as you inhale, draw the hands up, central channel. Water comes up, exhale, water flows out and around as if you're a fountain. Keeping this a simple flow. Inhale, draw the hands up. Exhale, float the hands out. Let's do this 3 more times. Do one more repetition on my end. And allow the hands to just flow down. Alright, let's transition to another gesture. We're going to bring our hands out from the chest. We're going to imagine we're holding a ball again. I did mention that we will be coming back to this concept, this movement again. So imagine holding a ball between your hands, noticing how it feels, noticing how it sense. What we're going to do is we're just going to turn at the waist and exhale out to the right side. Inhale, draw the hands to the front and exhale out to the left side. So inhale back to center, exhale out. Inhale, draw the hands back to the front and exhale out. Coordinating the body and the breath. So inhale back in, exhale out. Inhale back in, exhale out. As you inhale back in, as you exhale, you can see how it feels to like shift more of your weight to left side. Inhale. Exhale, shift more of your weight to the right side. As you're doing that, shifting the weight, just being gentle and kind to yourself. Let's do one more pass for each side. So inhale, return to center, exhale, allow the hands to flow down. All right. Got a few more gestures and footing movements to go. Just noticing what you sense in this moment. All right. Let's transfer to the next gesture, which will be a bigger gesture. And to kind of continue that movement of turning at the center, we're going to imagine that we're a bear. We're going to take a wider stance if that's available to you. Slight bend in the knees. Feeling more connected to the ground, the earth, like a strong, powerful bear. What we're going to do, excuse me, is we're going to bring our hands up. It can be shoulder height. It can be lower if you have any shoulder pain. Palms are facing up towards the sky. You're a bear. You're powerful. So we're going to inhale. We're going to turn at the waist and turn to the left side. And then inhale back to center. Turn to the right side. Inhale back to center. Turn to left side. Inhale back to center. Turn to the right side. Let's add another movement as you turn to the left. Press out with the left hand. Inhale, return to center. And let's do the alternate with the right hand. Press out with the right hand. So inhale, return to center. Press out with the left hand like a bear. Exhale, press out. Let's do this one more time. One more pass for each side. Return to the center. Allow the hands to drop down. We'll bring the feet a bit. And we'll just be for a brief moment. And we'll transition to bear swims through water. So what you're going to do is bring the hands up to about solar plexus height. Palms are turning up. So we're going to exhale the hands out, front of the chest. Inhale, draw the hands in. They circle around. Exhale, hands float out. Inhale, draw them around. Exhale, hands float out. So this is bear swimming. So as you're extend the hands out, you're exhaling. As you're drawing, circle the hands in, and you're inhaling. If it's available to you, as you're doing this movement, you can shift forward as you extend the hands out. Inhale, draw the weight back in. Exhale, extend out. Shift forward, inhale, draw back in. Let's do this 3 more times. And one more time. And you allow the hands to flow down. See how we're doing for time. All right, got about 8 more minutes. Let's do some more floating gestures. Another gesture that we can do. It's just great for just flowing and connecting with ourselves. Let's just take a brief moment before we just jump into it. Just noticing how you feel in this moment. Checking in with your feet. Checking in with your knees, making sure they're soft. Checking in with your shoulders. Noticing if you're carrying any tension there. Checking with your neck, top, head. Anywhere else, just noticing. All right. Let's transition to the next gesture. All right, we'll do a simple gesture. You're just going to allow the left hand slightly extended. Inhale, trot up to the right side. So if you have the palm facing the right side of your face, exhale, allow it to just drop back down, return to the left side. We're going to take the right side, right hand, draw it up, palm facing left side of your face, exhale, allow it to flow down. So we're just going to continue to alternate that. Feel the heat of the hand if that's available. Exhale. Inhale, draw the hand up. Exhale. Let's do this a few more times. Inhale, draw out. Palm gets close to the face without touching. What do you sense? What do you feel? Let's do this one more time. One more pass for each hand. transition to another bear exercise called bear churning. So what we're going to do is going to bring our hands to the abdomen. It's going to be making circles with the hands circling around the abdomen, but we're going to like move with that circling, like a bear walking, ambling through the forest. So you can just follow along. So what we're going to do is we're going to start the hands circling the abdomen from right side up over to the left side, just like a bear just ambling up, down. So as you're doing this, you can inhale, hands up, circle around, exhale down. We'll do this for a total of 5 times. I have 2 more times to go. And one more time, then reverse direction of this movement. And reverse direction. Like a bear, ambling through the forest. Two more times. Being kind and gentle with yourself. All right, noticing how you feel. Got a couple more gestures to do. Can always incorporate cloud hands. Clouds are made out of water, so that keeps that connection going. Let's shift our weight into the right foot. And shift our weight into the left foot. Let's do that 4. Just continue to alternate. And then let's shift the weight into the right foot. And let's bring up the left hand palm. Can be eye height or chest height. Right hand palm faces the ground. Left hand palm faces towards yourself. What we're going to do is turn at the waist, over to the left side, arms follow. And then make it all the way to the left side, switching the position of the hands. Right hand draws up, left hand drops down. With the right hand palm facing towards you, and turn the waist over to the right side. And just following a natural breathing pattern. But if you're looking for a recommendation, you can inhale to drawing the hands over, and exhale to switching the position of the hands. Or maybe you can just inhale one direction, exhale the other. The hands are clouds, or the top hand is cloud, and the bottom hand is tracing over water. Noticing how you feel as you're flowing and doing this movement. Do a few more passes. We'll do one more pass for each side. This means we will end when we find the right hand as the top hand or flowing over to the right side. When you do find yourself over the right side, just allow your hands to slow down and drop and hang down by your sides. Got time to do just one more quick gesture and then close. So we'll just do centering. So a way to integrate our energy. We'll do a couple of repetitions for each hand on that. So let's bring both hands to the lower abdomen, the dantian, one palm over the other. This moment I have the right hand over the left hand. And we'll allow the left hand to flow out to left side. Inhale, palm facing up, circling overhead. And when the left hand makes it overhead, fingers pointing up towards the sky. Exhale down the central middle channel. And we'll allow left hand to take place of the right hand. The right hand now draws up. Inhale, circling overhead. Exhale, drawing the hand down the midline. We're going to do one more pass for each hand. Inhale. Left hand draws up. Exhale. Left hand draws down. One last time with the right hand. Inhale up. Exhale down. When you're all set, just bring both hands over the lower abdomen. You can lock the thumbs. Just briefly, just pause and just noticing what you sense, noticing what you feel. And we'll now begin to close. We're now just going to allow both hands to fall off. We'll do gathering, clearing. So as you inhale both hands up towards the sky, bring the left foot to the right. And as the hands make it overhead, exhale the hands down, palms facing towards the body, taking in whatever you need from this practice. Do this 2 more times. Inhale, palm facing up. Exhale, turn the palms towards you. Gathering, showering yourself with whatever you need from this practice. One last time. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down, showering yourself whatever you need from this class: energy, support, power, whatever to support you in this moment. And to complete and close the class, this is where I'll not be marrying you. So you can bring up your right hand, make a soft fist. This is going to represent yang energy, energy of the day, energy of action. And you can bring up your left hand. Left hand can be open, palm facing up towards the sky. Left hand will represent yin energy, energy of the night, energy of the earth, relaxation, and so much more. Now let's bring the left hand over the right hand as we bring both hands to the center. Let's take an opportunity to bow to ourselves for engaging in this Qigong practice, energy, healing, movement practice that's been engaged with for thousands of years. And I want to take time to bow to you. Hopefully you found this practice supportive, helpful. Another practice for self-care, connecting with yourself, connecting in the present moment, de-stress, and relaxation. Thank you for checking this out. Till next time, live well. Take care.